All right, welcome to the A to G podcast. I'm Jacob,
And I'm Darren.
and this is episode number 6, guys.
Can't believe we made it to 6 episodes. This is crazy.
That's right. Another week where we get boycotted by the Mediaplex and the journalism program. So thank you for not sending us anybody to talk to.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You know,
Good job for us reaching out.
Exactly. I don't know if they're scared of us or they don't know that we exist, but trust me, we post a lot over there.
We do.
So hopefully,
Maybe our offer of punch keys last time wasn't good enough, so I don't know.
Exactly. Come on, the students are hungry. They don't make any money.
That's right. They had a week off. They should be all rested.
On our offer.
That's right. No, it's okay. They did a broadcast this morning and had like one viewer. Good job, guys. That was me again.
Way to support the journalism club there. Jay.
I do my best. I am here for them.
You're
unlike the other way around.
You're a great alumnus.
I know. Very unappreciated from what I see right now.
Oh, I think the more we talk about this, maybe someone will hear it and maybe want to stand up for the journalism.
We have a pretty good reach right now. You're right. I agree. We have a pretty decent reach. We're getting out there.
Exactly. And plus future episodes, we have some big stuff coming up. So make sure you tune in for that.
That's right. That's coming up. Hopefully everything works out. Yeah, that'd be great. But you know what, Darren?
What?
I think you and I saw the same movie.
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Captain Marvel.
That's right.
Yes, I saw it on Friday. It came out technically Thursday, but I saw it on the Friday in IMAX. But if that means anything, it doesn't really matter. But you know what? I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't, pumped up as I'm gonna be for Endgame, which
that's right.
If you know me, like Endgame is the end all be all of Marvel movies, especially in this Avengers universe. So
me too.
Super excited for Endgame. But before Endgame, we had to have a nice palate cleaner of Captain Marvel.
That's
Captain Marvel, obviously big, strong female lead character in the Marvel universe. Obviously, see in the movie, and her relationship with a young Nick Fury, which I thought Nick Fury, with all the CGI and makeup, looking him look younger, was amazing.
A little bit, yeah.
That was one of the top things I saw. But as for Brie Larson herself as Captain Marvel, I thought she was a little bit wooden. She didn't really make me believe what she was portraying,
like a Terminator, like just not enough emotion.
Yeah,
and I get it. Like we're living, like not the spoiler alert.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Like this supposed to have a little bit of emotion, you flashbacks, you're supposed to you have some feeling, you're reliving things and nothing.
No, I really think that the first hour or so was very underwhelming. It was like a lot of setup, and really back and forth. And if you're not familiar with Captain Marvel, that first hour you're still not familiar with Captain Marvel.
Well put.
Exactly. So, but there was some good action sequence. There was obviously the typical Marvel humor. And the jokes, and then spoiler alert: if you like cats, there was a cat in it that was, I thought was better than Brie Larson herself.
Nice. You know what? My favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
And again, spoiler alert. This whole thing's gonna be spoiler alert.
Yeah, we'll make sure to put that.
Yeah. Did you see that? They had obviously again who's in every Marvel movie, the creator, right? Yeah. This was his last one.
Right.
And Stan Lee was in this one, and did you see what he was reading?
On the subway?
Yeah, on the subway. Mallrats script. Kevin Smith movie.
Yes.
Loved it. I love that. That was nice.
I loved all the 90s nostalgia that was on there, from the t-shirts to the music that was playing. I thought that was great. Marvel does a great job with that.
They tie a lot of stuff in. It's great.
Exactly. Those period pieces, really makes the movie come to life. And, this flashback on that 90s era. So other than that, yes. And The only part I was really looking forward to is like, okay, how is she gonna tie in to Thanos and After the Snap and Infinity War,
Hmm.
and obviously Marvel is known for post credit scenes, and there was not
Yes.
one but two post credit scenes.
Yep.
Obviously, one was more important than the other one at the end. So that was pretty fun to see. But all in all, I give it maybe a 7 out of 10 if I'm
Oh,
rating
you're
this out of
generous.
10.
You're generous.
Yeah. What about you, Jake?
It's smidge. It's a smidge above Black Panther for me.
Okay. Really?
This is a
Okay.
little bit more entertaining because it tied in a little bit more
Okay.
than Black Panther did to the whole universe for me. And anyway,
Right.
that's just was more fun. And yeah, I'd give it about 6.5
Okay.
out of 10. Yeah, but I'm still looking forward to Endgame, and
Yeah.
that's just the movie to
But
see right now.
yeah, like I said, Captain Marvel obviously is going to play a big part in Endgame, so they kind of have to give you the fans the background on her,
That's
who
right.
she is, what she's capable of, where's her powers from, and all that.
Yep. All those
Um,
juicy details you want to
uh,
know.
exactly. So we put this out on Facebook, and we got a couple of comments from our loyal listeners slash followers,
That's right.
and
Thanks, guys. You guys are
yeah,
awesome.
thanks. Yes. We have a comment from Mark. He said, I thought it was very solid with the quality of their movies now. It's so hard for them to hit on one completely out of the park. It was highly entertaining and left me wanting to see more of the characters though. I also did I, it also did a really good job with the origin movie format. Not not feeling like it was dragged down by having to explain how she got her powers and everything like that. And Andrew chimed in as well. It was just all right. I think Brie Larson's attempt to seem like someone who is not quite human makes her come off as monotone, but it's not a bad performance. So there's a couple
There we
of
go.
comments from the viewers
Good job, guys. That's
and
our
our
Facebook
fans on
post,
the
right?
Facebook page.
Yeah. All
And
right.
if you've seen Captain Marvel and you want to leave a Facebook comment on our page, go to ADG Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and tell us what you think of Captain Marvel.
Exactly. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And you just sent me another trailer that just came out today.
Oh
Toy,
yes.
Toy Story 4.
Yeah, I can't
I
believe
just
this is the
watched it.
fourth one.
I
Yeah,
know. I just
and
watched it like 2 minutes before we got on the air here.
and
No, not bad. Not bad. It looks way more interesting than the last one.
yeah.
It looks like it has a good story to it and some new characters. And again, go see the trailer. It's posted on our Facebook page.
Yep. Yeah, so we have
And
everything.
that's right. And yeah, no,
So
I like it. I think I might actually go see this one.
yeah, and
Looks
especially
interesting.
it's obviously it's not just for kids. People that grew up with the Toy Story movies, you know, have always had a affection for Woody and Buzz and all their cast of characters. Obviously, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are back to lend their voices for the two main characters. So the
Hmm.
trailer looks pretty fun. It looks like they have a couple new tricks up their sleeves, and Pixar, always does what Pixar does and just churns out stellar, top-notch
Yes,
animated
looks
movies.
amazing. It looks
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it looks
Yeah,
really
it really
good.
does. Yeah, no, that was good. I really liked it. It was like 2.5 minute trailer.
Yeah,
It looks engaging.
it does.
Like it draws you in. Good music with it. So I kind of like gets you a little emotional near the end. But yeah, no, it's good. Like they did their job. And it's their first full trailer. So there you
Jake's gonna get all teary-eyed in the movie theater.
go. No, not at this movie.
Who's cutting
Oh
onions in
no.
here, guys? Come
Oh, Woody and Buzz, no.
on.
Uh-huh.
That's what a lot of people say, that the Toy Story 3, there was a lot of emotion. A lot of people were crying at the end of Toy
Oh no,
Story
I
3.
skipped that one for some
Oh, you
reason.
skipped that one?
Yeah.
It's part of the trilogy. Now it's now it's
I like the first
continuation,
one.
right?
I don't know. Well, the first one
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah. It's amazing to see how far they came from the first one to now. It's like night and
Yeah.
day.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, it was good.
No,
Good stuff. Way to be, really on top of things. So you're an
Yeah,
age.
exactly. So that comes out June 21st, I believe, this year. So
Awesome.
summertime. That's when Toy Story 4 makes its theatrical debut.
Yep.
Jake, you know what we just had on Sunday? No, it wasn't.
Was
No,
there a wrestling pay-per-view? I don't know.
no. That's no. We'll save that for another podcast. It was St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, okay. I
It
don't
was
know. I'm
St.
old.
Patrick's Day.
Okay. I didn't wear my green. Sorry.
No. Oh. I wore my green. I just had to. It's the only thing I don't have. I don't own too much green, so I had a green hat that I found and a green long sleeve Michigan State hoodie.
Oh,
So
here we go. Okay.
that helped.
Save your state stuff for
That
later.
helped.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. But did you go out? Did you
Yeah, I went with my friend. We went to the Goat. It's a nice established sports bar establishment here in LaSalle. It was
This
nice.
kid plugging
Wasn't that crowded, which was nice, and it was for a Sunday. I wasn't expecting to be like too crazy and busy, but no, it was constantly busy. But no, it was fun. It was good food, good times, good green beer, all that. It was
And
fun
the cynical me, it has a different take on
you
St.
cynical? No.
It's like
This guy's
it's
like Sherry Bobbins when it comes to being positive.
two holidays in a row. Like I hate Valentine's Day personally, and then St. Patrick's Day. It's just useless to me. Like why?
Yeah.
Like two days created. Well, two of the many days created by big business to make you buy shit you don't need. Do you really need to get drunk on a random day?
A Sunday?
No. Yeah, well, sure. Well, Sunday you probably could. You're going to work on Monday, most people anyway.
Exactly, right?
Well, like Valentine's Day, St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day, and people are going to kill me for this one. Halloween. Really?
Yeah.
I don't consider those holidays. It's just, includes a Christmas a little bit because they go overboard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just here, spend some money. Here's this cool day for you. Like Valentine's Day, really? That you should do that every day, not one day. And we cover this on our first episode.
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
You guys should go back and listen to that. That's some wise words from both
episode
of us.
1. You want to impress your woman? Listen to Jacob.
That was on Valentine's Day itself. Now, second holiday, like it's not even a holiday.
Yeah.
St. Patty's is just a day to drink. Not even and nobody even knows what the day's all about. And I'm not going to tell you. This would take a while. I'm not going to give you the history of St. Patrick's Day right now. Yeah. It's not what we do here. I just wouldn't do it. It's just for another day for people who have an excuse to go drink, get drunk, do dumb things, dress in green, and do whatever. It's annoying. I'm annoyed by it. And this goes with Halloween also. I'm not dressing up like a fucking pumpkin. There's no way. Okay? It's a holiday to buy candy.
Jake's very angry today with all the
I eat the candy.
You're anti everything. You're like anti holidays. No Christmas, no Halloween, no nothing. You guys get nothing.
No. Christmas is good, but it's just another day to buy a bunch of shit you don't need and return it January 1st. That's all it is.
God!
Maybe I was Jada, my birthday's close to Christmas. I usually don't get double anything. Right. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's my beef.
See. Well, wow, it's a little early for garbage person of the day, but okay.
We'll get there. Garbage holiday of the year.
Garbage holiday of the day of the year.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you celebrated St. Patrick's Day, I hope you had a great time. I hope you didn't wake up with a hangover the next day.
Hopefully you were responsible.
Hope you took an Uber there and back and wherever. And I hope you decided a good time.
That's right.
Jake, you know what is a great cure for St. Patrick's Day hangover?
Ooh, yeah,
coffee.
Something I just finished drinking actually.
Coffee.
Yes.
So the big thing comes up: who has the better coffee? Is it McDonald's or Tim Hortons?
You know what? Personal favorite?
Yeah.
I don't have one. It's whatever's closer to where
what
I'm
a
going.
great.
And it's gonna be always the same thing. Again, people are gonna be like, "Oh, gross." Twice a week, large triple. That's
wow.
Yes, that's it. That's all I drink. I gave up energy drinks and everything else. No pop.
So you're having your own energy drink, just full to be bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything actually.
No. You need to go quadruple.
Yeah, I drink milk with sugar.
A couple more of those, the
Mix
working man
stuff
will
up.
fly to work. Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, no, you're right. Timmy's or McDonald's, and there's a lot of people that like one more than the other, and
Mm-hmm.
both companies right now are competing for your coffee money.
Right.
Both have giant events on right now, like Tim Hortons, roll up the rim. McDonald's, dollar coffee.
Yeah.
What's a better deal? I have no idea.
Well, it's really just a preference and whatever establishment is closer to you. I think that those bring up the two large factors.
Yep.
If you always drive by a Tim Hortons, you're stopping there before work, or if you always drive or if you drive by a McDonald's, you're going to be stopping there. I think it's convenient, and like if you're really going to go out of your way to go to one place because they have better coffee, then that's your decision. But if you're in a quick hurry and just want to grab some caffeine on the go, then whatever is the closest to you.
Right.
I work in an office where just in the same plaza they just opened up a Starbucks. And
Oh
me,
God.
I know I'm not a big Starbucks person because
I'm
I
not
don't
either.
I don't know how to order in there because they have all these different terms and terms for a small, medium, and large, like a grande. I'm like I don't even listen to her music. I don't want her coffee cup. So yeah, that was the whole thing. But if I have time and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna try something new, then yeah, I'll go to a fancy place like Starbucks. But if I'm in a hurry, Tim Hortons or McDonald's, whatever's close
Yeah.
by.
Now, also for me, also a factor who gets my order correct the most times. Because
Okay.
like today, and this is a great example. Usually McDonald's were here in Essex.
Mhm.
That's where I go. Uh,
Shout out to Essex.
Shout out to Essex. Is a pretty good with the coffee. Tim Hortons, most of the time, no issues. Today, went to Mickey D's, grabbed a large triple, except they forgot the one of the triples, no sugar.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it was a large 3 cream. So that's cool.
Jake was so furious. He just probably
I
swearing in
wasn't
his
furious.
car.
No. Nice and calm. When I came home, added some of my own sugar. Just things I pay for. Lucky it was
There you go.
$1. But no, it's who gets more right. Sometimes consistently go to one place and they screw up your order. Consistently gonna
Yeah,
stop going there. If
exactly.
you have a Timmy's or a McDonald's, and you go there and they keep screwing your order like 1 out of 3, you're gonna stop going there, go to the other one, especially if they're in close proximity.
Mhm.
But so far, not too many issues. If I get an iced coffee or something, they forget the sugar in that sometimes, especially at Tim Hortons. But again, I don't go there. I go to the next one over.
Right.
So that
Exactly.
might be a preference of whoever.
Exactly. It also depends on what time you go. Like I have two good friends, Mike and Ken, who I know that they listen to the podcast. So shout out to
Oh,
you
shout
boys.
outs.
And they both used to work at Tim Hortons, and they would tell me stories and stories about fucking around with customers, and especially, but they wouldn't do it because they're bad employees. They just do it. They did it because the customers were assholes to them. So they make them pay for it because the rule number one: don't fuck with people that handle your
Make
food.
your food. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. If they forget something, then I go in myself and be like, "Hey, you guys forgot something."
Yeah.
But like,
Exactly.
got my sugar. I'm not gonna come back. I'm not gonna waste my time. But if you forgot my sandwich in order, I'm gonna be like, "Hey." And they're usually pretty nice. Actually, McDonald's pretty nice. I'm like, "Hey, you guys forgot my sandwich. Okay, would you like fries with that? Okay, I'm fat. I'll take more." But
You want to
yeah,
give me more food? Sure. Yeah.
I can't say no to food. You're crazy.
Oh, exactly.
But
So
that's cool. It should happen. You should be nice to people who make you your food and drink.
exactly.
Definitely. They screw up.
So
You know what? Everybody screws up. But if it's consistent, then you take your business elsewhere, and they'll figure it out.
that's right. So we posted this on our Facebook page, and we had one person chime in on this topic. Randall on Facebook. He
What's
says
up,
Tim.
Randy?
Yeah. So he says Tim's for taste, McDonald's for value. So a little bit of column A,
Nice.
little bit of column B.
Nice. I like
So
that.
yeah.
I like that. That's good.
So like, what do you value more, the taste or the value?
One out
When
of
it comes
35,000 chance of winning a free coffee at Tim Hortons, or the $1 coffee at McDonald's.
exactly.
I'm sorry, 1 out of 6, right? Whatever, real odds
One
or
out of
fake odds.
six, exactly. Whatever
Sure,
the
one out
odds
of
are
six.
these
Yep,
days.
that
Yeah,
ain't right.
everybody wants a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No comment.
No comment. All right. So from coffee being the
Basketball.
lifeblood to basketball, which is the lifeblood of March and March Madness.
It
The
is
the
though.
field has been picked, Jake. The teams are ready. March Madness kicks off today, actually Tuesday,
It does. It
with
does. Yeah,
with the play-in games to
that's right.
determine who goes to the big dance, and the main tournament kicks off on Thursday. All day basketball on Thursday, all day basketball on Friday, and into the
Hmm.
weekend. Jake, this is the two best days in all of
It
sports.
is. There's nothing better than this. And you and I were messaging each other on Sunday during the draw,
Right.
and just keeping track, watching it on TV, like the losers that we are.
Yep.
And yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting how everybody got seated. And I think we're not gonna bore with everybody with all of our picks from our entire bracket, but I think we should just show them what we picked on our Sweet 16, what I picked and what you picked to get up to your Sweet 16, and we'll go from there. Just grouping by grouping. And if they
Exactly.
want to see our full bracket, they can go in our Facebook page where we linked it to our ESPN bracket challenge, and
Yep.
they can join us and they pick
Yep.
with us and show us how bad we pick, because I'll probably be out in the first round. I guarantee it.
He's got Michigan winning the entire thing.
Oh,
It's no
hell
big
yeah.
deal.
Final four, baby.
Yeah, Duke who? It's all Michigan, right?
That's right. Zion who? I need
Zion.
all
Oh
NBA
my
players
God.
on your team. Crazy.
So
But
yeah, so there's a lot of interesting matchups.
there is.
Especially we talked about it when Michigan played Michigan State on Sunday for the Big Ten title.
Oh, we
Mi-
talked about it.
Michigan State coming out on top. So you expect them to be seated higher than Michigan? No, they got a 2 seed, and Michigan got a 2 seed as well. The only difference is Michigan State is in the East region with Duke. So
Yeah, I hate that's stupid.
that's
I really
horrible. That's
definitely don't agree
horrible.
with that. That your top seeded, the highest seeded 2 seed should not be in the highest seeded number 1 seed. That's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
So
I
I
agree
don't
with that.
like
It's dumb.
the selection committee really screwed up big time on that.
Yeah.
So either way, I would love to see a Duke and MSU matchup. The winner goes to the Final Four. I would love to
Well,
see that.
let's see. Let's go through our Sweet 16 on each of
Okay.
our brackets.
All
You
right.
know, and then we'll see what we picked.
Okay. So lead it off, Jake.
Okay, in the East, in the Sweet 16, obviously number 1 Duke.
Yeah.
Squaring off with number 4 Virginia Tech.
Woo.
That's what what I got there.
Wow. Oh yeah. So we're doing Sweet 16
Sweet
rounds,
16.
right?
That's right.
Just give me a second.
Oh, no problem.
The good thing about the ESPN tournament challenge that you can
Just
make up to 25 brackets. So
oh,
I've made a couple so far, but
and then all of them Michigan State wins, doesn't it?
no. So I'm gonna take. Well, hold on, just give me a second. So I'll read from the first bracket that I made.
Good.
So
Good.
if we're doing Sweet 16, okay. So Sweet 16, I have Duke beating West Virginia. I'm sorry, Virginia Tech as well.
Yes, so do I. Yep. All right, and under that, LSU losing to Michigan State.
Ooh. I went the opposite. I went Michigan State beating LSU.
That's what I said. LSU losing to Michigan State.
Oh, losing. I'm sorry. They must have been a
okay.
breakup there.
Yeah, no, you're thinking I always go against Michigan State, but I don't.
Exactly.
It's actually a pretty good team.
I'm surprised that you have finally opened up your ears. That's great.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Michigan man over here. Okay, the West.
The West. I got Gonzaga beating Marquette.
Ooh, very nice. I have the exact same thing.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you know what? Just for you, Jake, just because I like you so much, you're such a great guy. I got Michigan beating Texas Tech.
Wow, that's exactly what I picked.
Shocker.
Yeah. Whee.
Wow. It's so great that we disagree on everything. Huh?
Yeah, I have exactly the same brackets. Okay, in the South, I have Virginia beating Wisconsin in a tough game.
I got the exact same thing.
All right. And then Purdue beating number 2 Tennessee.
Ooh, see, this is where I'm different. I got Tennessee there with Villanova, and
Oh, nice.
I got Tennessee beating Villanova.
Now, the only reason I have Purdue there is because they did well during the season in the Big Ten, and the Big Ten has 8 teams in the tournament.
Yes, yes,
So that's the
yes.
only reason I have Purdue actually upsetting Tennessee and being the spoiler this year.
Right. Good.
Okay.
Let's go to the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
I have a number one seed North Carolina moving on, beating Kansas.
That's what I got. Very nice.
Yes. And then I have number 6 Iowa State beating Kentucky.
Wow.
Yeah, I like the
Okay.
Cyclones this year. I think I was reading up on them the other night, and they have one of the top defenses in the league, and I think defense really plays a big role in March Madness.
Okay. See, what I have is I have Houston losing to Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
So he thinks Houston's shooting will get them this far.
Houston is getting hot at the right time, so that's going to
Yep.
be an interesting round. So Jake, if I don't know if you have them out there, but do you have like an upset special in the first round?
In the
First
first
two?
round, upset special.
Yes.
I think what I have is Marquette beating Florida State, and that's going to be my upset because Florida State's been playing pretty decent.
Okay. No, that's a good pick. I know Florida State is one of the top teams, but I'm talking about like the first round. I have if those of you like I did this in another
Around a 60.
bracket.
Yeah,
Yeah, the round of 64. If you're looking for an upset, I think it's going to be a great game. Two of the top point guards in the entire country go head to head. It's Marquette, number 5, taking on number 12 Murray State, and I like Murray State in this. I really like them winning this game and moving on to the round of 32.
yeah. See, I have actually Cincinnati being Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
and Iowa is usually pretty good.
Right.
But yeah, yeah. Surprisingly, Ohio State beating Iowa State. Yeah, that will be number 6. But that's if you want to look at like underdog games,
Yeah.
Wofford beating
Yes.
Seton Hall would be because Wofford's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They're a no-name underdog. That's going to be an interesting game to watch.
Well, you look at Wofford, their record. They went 29-4, and against Seton Hall, which is 20-3.
That's
So
right.
two different conferences going at it, and Wofford was 18-0 in their conference play, and
That's
so
right.
I can see them that I wouldn't be surprised if I see Wofford make an upset because those 7-10 game matchups, there's always it's kind of a coin flip 9 out of 10
Mm-hmm.
times. But another quickly, if you're looking for another upset in the first round, look at New Mexico State, number 12 seed, knocking out Auburn. Auburn has to go across the country to play. I think they play in New Mexico their first game, so it'll be pretty much like a home game for New Mexico State. And they come in. New Mexico State is 30-4, taking
Yeah,
on.
Auburn did win their conference, didn't
They
they?
did
So
win the SEC, yes.
yeah, so I have them actually beating New Mexico State, but that'll be a good game, definitely.
Yeah, that's the beauty about March Madness. It can happen like that,
Exactly. One
and
game.
Cinderella stories happen all the time in March Madness. So,
That's right.
looking very excited. Obviously, in the following podcasts to come, we'll keep you updated on how we're doing. Let's see, and we'll see who's leading after the round of 32 and the Sweet 16 are done.
That's right. So now that we did our brackets, I think we should take a music break.
I like the sound of that.
Today's music break. Oh, I have somebody special for us today. It's a female rapper. I know those are few and far between. Actually, with some actual skills.
Okay.
This person's name is Backwoods Barbie.
Backwoods
And
Barbie?
Backwoods Barbie, yeah. And she has her Facebook page, Backwoods Barbie MJ, on Facebook or on Instagram, Backwoods Barbie MJ. And she's a rapper out of the U.S. And again, this is going back to where I'm in touch with some of these people through my own Instagram for my music stuff. And she sent me the track that she freestyled on. We're going to play it. And pretty much she's inspired by like same stuff that you should be inspired. Not like the new recent stuff too much, but like the 80s and 90s classic hip hop.
Right.
The classic storytelling, you know, the flow, all the other cool stuff. And yeah, we do a lot of hip hop for it because that's the submissions we get, and that's the people who kind of contact us. But in the next couple of weeks, we'll have some other stuff. But if you want to read up on her entire bio, check out her Facebook page, Backwoods Barbie MJ, Backwoods Barbie MJ on Instagram, for some freestyle, some covers, some music videos. She's doing all that. And we're going to play her song called... it's a cover.
No.
Bryson Tiller. Yeah. It was just taking his beat. So, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. He's going to play it. And you guys check it out. Share some love. Go check out our Facebook page. Give her some likes. Tell her ADG Podcast sent you. That you're listening to her stuff. And you can find her YouTube page off of her Facebook page. And all the videos posted. Give her some likes. Give her some shout outs. Tell her we're playing. And yeah, enjoy this flow right here. Because this is how it's done. This is some real hip hop right here. So Backwoods Barbie, flow mix. Here we go.
Baby, I just need some smoke, maybe I just need a drink, maybe I just need to think, cause you pushed me to the brink, now I don't think I'm coming back. Got me angry, feeling foolish, and I'm ready to attack. Talking shit about my feelings, you been acting pretty whack. I've been stressing, I've been wrestling with myself to stay intact, but you acting like you could care less, and it's careless. I don't think you're ready for the Barbie, cause you're selfish. I'm 23 and wanna party, acting out rebellious, asking me what I'm gonna do next. Shit, gotta get my act together, gotta somehow make life better, trying to stay positive, but all damn that cloudy weather, always weighing on my mind, always weighing on my soul, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders takes its toll. Why can't life just be a stroll, tiptoeing through the daisy, sipping bubbly with the girls, but now you got a different role, making songs for all the people who don't understand their worth. It's like a curse on this earth when you're an outcast, and I know that's why I'm always cruising road so I can practice for the shows. I've been staying up late cause this depression ain't no joke, and it's eating my brain until I start to fucking choke on some smoke. Judge away, I'm doing whatever will work. I'm not trying to prove my pain, I'm trying to break this fucking curse. Yeah, left me dirty, feeling hurt, contemplating all these thoughts inside my head, just put in work. Yeah, watch me break it down and twerk, go berserk, knock you down off that perch. I won't circle, just reverse, snatch these bitches in my hearse. I'm not playing petty games, I am a bully, backwards jerk, backwards jerk, backwards jerk. I do this shit for my survival, I have no rivals, take you down into the river like the church with their revival, except we not here to pray. We ain't passing around the Bible, more like passing around the rifle, down in shots from Mason vials. Liquor got me feeling vile, yup. It's just that backwards life, a cycle, getting eyeful, we going primal. Don't you ever try to stifle our entire way of life is rooted in them back roads, cruising, blasting music, when will we stop? Only God knows, only God knows. And every day I'm waking up, I'm thinking God knows that it's time for me to show up with these sick flows, that it's time for me to shut up all the hating hoes. But that's just how it goes, except while you are moving on, they'll be left to decompose. So remember your purpose and forget all of your foes. Try to focus on your goals, they will always try to stop you, but they can't just watch you grow. Watch you blossom to a rose, don't let them bitches get too close, leave them drifting like a ghost. It's just me, myself, and I, traveling down these dusty roads, and when it's all said and done, I'll probably still feel all alone. Damn.
All right, and we're back. That was Backwoods Barbie, dropping some bars on that remix. And yeah, we're going to leave it there. You just need to listen to that and just enjoy it. You know, just dropping it right there for you guys. It's just how it is. It's real hip hop. Yeah, none of that mainstream shit on the radio.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Barbie and hip hop, she's definitely the artist for you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think I have double back for sports.
Oh, okay, because Jake just can't get enough sports.
I can't. What do you got for us this week?
Well, we have a lot of interesting topics. Obviously, in sports right now, the Leafs. The Leafs had like one of the worst weeks of hockey that I've seen them play all year. It was very disheartening. So they're back in action this week. Hopefully, there's 10 games left in the regular season before playoffs start. So hopefully they can get their shit together, because right now it's embarrassing. Lions couple little news and notes from the Lions. They did today sign a wide receiver.
Yes, they did.
Yes, and his name is escaping me at the moment right now. But he is. If you're a if you're a fan of the NFL playoffs last year, you saw his name. He played for New Orleans last year, wide receiver. I'm sorry, Tommy Lee Lewis. That's who they signed.
Yes,
Tommy
they
Lee
did.
Lewis was the wide receiver that got blindsided, hit by the St. Louis Rams cornerback, which there was no penalty on. That caused a whole kerfuffle about how there was no penalty, and then the Los Angeles Rams went on to win the game and go to the Super Bowl. So if you're a Saints fan, you know that game very well, and you're still mad at it. So they signed him to a 1-year contract. So he adds more depth at the wide receiver position. Is he a bona fide, starter? No, but he can be a nice piece on special teams and all that.
Aaron,
yes.
Sorry, I'm going to have to butt in. We have breaking news.
Breaking news. Dun, dun, dun.
Breaking Detroit Lions news.
Dun, dun, dun. Go ahead.
The Lions have assigned running back Malcolm Brown to an offer sheet from the LA Rams.
LA Rams, yes.
That's right. And the Rams have until Monday to match the offer.
Wow. So
just
there you
for
go.
Money. No draft picks or anything. Just purely money.
Yep, that's great. So that's great. Obviously, more depth at the running back position to help carry on Johnson. Anything can happen. Especially earlier this week, into the weekend, they had former Kansas City Chiefs running back Spencer Ware in for a visit. So they're probably looking at him. Maybe he can fill in a role as the Lions try to put a little muscle in the backfield to help carry on Johnson, looking for that solid number 2 to help him balance it out so he doesn't have to run that much. So that's the other big thing. Let's talk baseball. Let's move into baseball because there's a lot of big baseball news, but let's talk about the Tigers. Big, huge blow to the Tigers, losing starting pitcher Michael Fulmer for the entire year.
That's right.
It's a crushing blow for Tigers fans and just the Tigers in general, losing your arguably best pitcher for the entire year. It's an elbow injury that he needs surgery on. So elbow injury specialist Dr. James Andrews will be taking a look at that and getting him all right. But huge blow for the Tigers.
Well, they're not going anywhere this year anyway. It's still rebuild mode. We're a year or two away.
You would think for the first couple months they'll be somewhat competitive, but with this blow, it's going to be a long season, Tiger fans.
Yeah. Again, not worried about it. Rebuild.
Exactly. Just stockpile those draft picks and get healthy.
Get healthy.
Healthy and just move on. And I got to say, one of the biggest sports items that happened today is that Los Angeles Angels center fielder Mike Trout just signed the richest sports contract in sports history. He signed a 12-year deal worth, get this, Jake, $430 million, making him the highest paid athlete in sports.
That's insanity. And before today, nobody's even heard of the guy outside of the baseball community.
No, he is without a doubt a great baseball player. He's he puts up numbers that we haven't seen since Mickey Mantle.
That's right.
Yeah, and so for this, but the real question comes out: is he worth all that money?
No. Because they're not winning anything anytime.
Well, that's the thing, because they have plenty of pieces around him, but obviously no one is worth almost half $500 million. No one is worth, but it just boggles my mind. How much is too much money? Are we ever going to see in our lifetime a player making $500 million? Yes. I say yes. Yep. It's going to happen. Someone is going to sign. NFL is probably going to be the next one.
Matthew Stafford, when his contract expires.
Oh my God!
By the Detroit Lions.
Oh my God! He'd be lucky if he gets $500 million.
Stay with us till you're 50.
So that kind of sparked my interest. So I created this week's top 5
Yes.
This is my own personal opinion on the top contracts for sports athletes in Detroit. So I'm not talking about
Nice.
international, national, worldly. Not I'm not talking about soccer and Cristiano Ronaldo or
Damn it.
whatever. I know he's because he's on a different level.
Yep.
So we'll start with the top five. In top five, well, I'll start with the first one, and I'll give a little love to our Detroit Red Wings. And they've had a pretty rough season, but you got to look at their top point getter, it's Dylan Larkin. He has signed a 5-year contract worth up to only 30.5 million. That trims out to be $6 million a year. So that's number five.
That's good. I like
No-
that. That's a good
yeah.
contract.
So number four, I know you're a big basketball fan, Jake. So here's
Okay.
one, and you tell me if this is too much. Andre Drummond, the great
Yes.
center for
Too much.
yes, too much. You want to take a wild stab at what his contract is?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
too much.
Okay. Well, he recently signed a 5-year, $127 million contract that comes out to be about $25 million a year.
What a waste.
So that's number four. Number three, we'll stay on basketball since Jake loves it so much. The other stud on the Pistons, Blake Griffin, he signed a 5-year, $171 million contract when he was with the Los Angeles Clippers at the time. Obviously, he got traded to Detroit, but that money still carries over, and he's making a whopping $34 million a year.
As of right now, worth it, but still too much.
Yeah, that whole Piston organization is just a mess, and if they do make it to the playoffs, big whoop. You're going to get bounced in the first round. And we come to number two, which I know I'm a big fan of this guy, and I know Jake just loves this guy. I'm sure he has his jersey somewhere. Our very own Matthew Stafford.
Oh, Stafford.
Yes, signed a 5-year, $135 million contract. That rounds out to be about $27 million a year. And when he signed that contract, he did get a signing bonus and guaranteed money of 60. That's a 6 and a 0.5 million dollars.
And then he took a dump on the field every season after that.
And then he gets sacked about 10 times a game.
Yeah. Garbage.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. Let's not get into Lions right now.
No.
That hurts.
I still got one more. He's not even the worst one, Jake. He's
Perfect.
not even the worst one. So save your hatred until you hear this beauty.
Okay.
Number one, it's right around the season. It's baseball season. Miguel Cabrera signed an 8-year, $248 million contract.
Yes, that eventually comes out to $50,000 per time at bat.
Exactly, because he hasn't been at bat that much. But he averages, and I looked it up at Cap Friendly, his average base salary for this upcoming year, 2019, is $31 million.
Yeah, so he makes more every time he goes to bat than most people do in the average income in the United States.
Easily.
So good times. But
yes.
What pisses me off is, that's cool. I'm glad they made their money. I'm okay with that. But you have to produce. You can't just make that money and drop a deuce in the middle of the field like Stafford does, especially last year.
Oh my God!
Those Pistons make some awesome contracts there, and I don't blame the Blake Griffin contract because he made that prior. But the Andre Drummond contract is ridiculous. For a rebounder, you're paying that much money. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Ben Wallace was a lot cheaper.
Yeah. It's an awesome top five.
Yes.
Love it.
So that's it.
That was a good top five. Big fan of that. Got me all mad.
Got you all flustered and pissed off. So normal, Jake. Okay.
I know. And speaking of the Detroit Pistons, really quick here.
Yeah.
Right now they're the 6th seed in the East.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one game above the Nets.
For now, until the Nets come back.
Well, you lose at Cleveland.
How do you lose
what do you
to Cleveland?
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh.
Yeah, that's ridiculous there too. Last night. But all right, let's get into garbage person of the week.
Boop.
And this week, I got into watching a documentary, like a documentary show, 6 episodes on a gentleman called R. Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Have you seen
Going
it?
to the closet. Going into the closet.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I've heard
Okay.
about it. I
it's-
have heard about it. I haven't watched it. I don't think I can.
It will hurt your head on what this dude allegedly got away with so far.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. 6 episodes filled with so much crap that this person has done in his life and still doing to other people, allegedly.
Yeah.
That it's just incredible. I don't know how they fit all that into 6 episodes, with all the women coming out and telling their stories, and even his wife coming out and sharing her story and telling us and a lot of detail what his life is like and what he does and how much illegal shit that he does. And it's just mind-boggling right now. It's just, how does this person stay out of jail? How? I want to know how.
He must have a lot of money for someone who claims that he doesn't have any money.
Yes. And that's the garbage person of the week. I just finished watching this documentary series, and I don't know. It's hard to put into words how a person like this can still be out there doing what they're doing, what they're accused of doing, and with all these people coming out and telling us what he allegedly does. And I don't get it. There's got to be something somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many people coming out. Somebody has to have something
to
get this guy behind bars, like he should be, for allegedly doing things that they're saying.
Absolutely.
So, if you haven't seen the series, it's called Surviving R. Kelly, and that was 6 episodes of like, what the fuck is this guy doing? How is he still walking around freely?
Exactly. So
I don't know.
Like how did you sit there and watch 6 episodes? Was it like that compelling that you'd be like, oh
yeah,
my God.
It's not even that. It's not even compelling. It's like, how? Let's presume he actually did all this stuff, and how does one person in their minds think this is okay? How does a person continue doing what they were doing? And I'm not spoiling anything to anybody. I want you to go and see it, and it'll straighten some things out there. And I used to be a fan of R. Kelly. That Ignition remix is bumping in my car. Not anymore.
I was gonna say,
I can't.
Are you doing an R. Kelly boycott?
Not as big as the Mediaplex boycott that we're getting, but yeah, I'm not playing any of that music now.
Right.
Because if you see it, it's just, you can't put yourself in that position to support somebody that allegedly does all these things.
Wow, it's definitely it's amazing how like something like that, and I believe it was like the big thing between that documentary that came out and the Michael Jackson one came out,
which I'm in the middle of watching right now.
The Leaving Neverland. I watched that, Jake, and I was disturbed to the core.
Yeah.
Like
I'm about an hour and a half left to finish.
Yeah, I had to turn it off. I just couldn't, go through it. I couldn't watch it or hear those people talk anymore. So that was a big thing. But getting back to R. Kelly, like, obviously everyone has seen him freak out on the CBS morning show with
that's correct,
with Gayle King, and him and all the memes that were created about it. It was quite funny, but yeah.
But
this is a guy that has some serious issues and
lots of issues
problems.
Being allowed to continue what he's doing allegedly, not getting put into his place, not being held accountable for allegedly doing what he's doing, and that has been doing for so many years. That's not, if we really go back with this, it's been a very long time, 20 plus years of this person doing what they're doing allegedly. And with all these people coming out, they try doing things, I guess. You got to watch the show, but how nothing has been successful, I have no idea. I'm really quite stunned right now after watching this series to how nothing has been done if any part of this is true. And if you really look at the series, if even a small part of it is true, he should be in jail.
Absolutely.
Even if a little tiny part of any of this documentary series is true, he should be in jail. If most of it's not true, if even a little part of it's true, still should be in jail. But yeah, the Michael Jackson thing, that's a whole nother level. I don't even want to get into it. That's just messed up.
Yeah, definitely haven't. I haven't been listening to Michael Jackson since I watched that. Pretty much deleted anything that had Michael Jackson on it, which is a shame because there was a time where he wasn't crazy and a lunatic, where when he was with the Jackson 5, he was somewhat normal as can be, but no.
Well, again, with things we don't know, like I said, I bumped R. Kelly forever. A whole bunch of had those tracks memorized. Yeah, definitely good stuff. But now, just can't do it. No, can't get myself to do that.
And especially like artists that were his music, R. Kelly's music was a major influence on them. Doesn't that like kind of like makes it all tainted? Like if you're like I don't know, a top rapper or hip hop artist today, where you learned how to rhyme and rap and write hooks to from R. Kelly,
if R. Kelly wrote your songs, or if you sang with R. Kelly on a track, like collaborated on something like Lady Gaga, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, she's probably gonna delete that song off her playlist.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that are probably looking into their repertoires and seeing what they've done and collaborated on, and probably quietly eliminating some of that.
Exactly, because the PR storm that's coming, it's just not good for anyone.
No, not at all. And like I said, it's a newer series, came out a couple weeks ago. Watched it. It was scary. Very, very scary. So that's your garbage person of the week, and it doesn't get any worse, I don't think, than this dude, or the other one, which we won't talk about right now.
No, we won't talk. We'll leave it for one sicko at a time.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 6. Check us out on Facebook, ADG Podcast. Hit up that YouTube. All the full episodes are on YouTube now too. If you guys like streaming stuff on YouTube, all there. Check out our iTunes, obviously. We're all over that. Spotify, we're there. Google Play, we're also there.
Exactly.
Twitter. Gotta get on that Twitter. And sharing some stuff there all the time. Instagram is just popping.
We have everything, and we put up links to for all the musical acts that we've put on the show. All their information is on our social media feeds as well.
Exactly. Anything we talk about, like you saw today, some of that coffee stuff that we went through, and all the movies that came out, things like that. We'll be posting some of that stuff ahead. And if we talk about it, we'll post it after again. So engage, give us some likes, feedback, and if you have anything you want to share, adgpodcast@gmail.com. Check us out, just email us. Check out our pages, comments, suggestions. You want us to play your music? Cool. Email us. Let us send us a MP3 and a quick bio. Tell us about yourself, just like Backwoods Barbie did today. So we're everywhere. And if we're trolling the Mediaplex, it's on purpose. We're still waiting. And maybe by the next episode or episode after, somebody will, get off their computer and do something about it. We're here.
It's all good.
All good.
All good.
So for the ADG Podcast, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Darren.
And we'll see you guys next time.